Hi everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Andy Lightbody, Rocky Mountain Television, and this is Wheels Afield. Well, of all of the iconic, really tough four-wheel drive vehicles out there, probably the one that comes to mind most often for the hardcore off-roader is the Jeep Wrangler. Now there's several models of the Wrangler available. There's, what I would call more of the city-fied, but at the top of the line, if you want to get out into the rough stuff, you go for the Rubicon. Now this is the four-wheel drive, four-door, unlimited Rubicon, which means it's trail ready. And there's a lot of features that Jeep has already taken care of to build in, so you don't have to worry about it. It is ready to get out and get dirty. This is the four-wheel drive, four-door model. It's been named the Rubicon, and if you're not familiar with Rubicon, well, you should be. Rubicon Run starts over in a place called Georgetown and goes up to Lake Tahoe. They have been running Wranglers and running Jeeps on it now for going on 57 years. It's 18 miles of the toughest stuff that you could ever imagine. Huge rocks, slates, river crossings, mud, dirt. In the old days when they used to use that trail as a stagecoach run, it took 2 full days. Well, today, thanks to modern technology such as the Rubicon Jeeps and things like that for the Jamboree, it still takes 2 days. The reason it still takes 2 days is because guess what? That trail has not been basically worked on since it was discovered well over 150 years ago. Okay, the Jeep Rubicon, the Unlimited, has got a wheelbase of 106 inches. Overall length about 173 inches. Remember, it's a four-door model. The width is 73.9 inches, so it's not a super wide track, but it's got the good stability factor. Clearance on the ground, a full 10.2 inches. Obviously, you load it up, you can add a little bit more by adding additional tires and wheels, but pretty much standard from Jeep right now. It's ready for the rough stuff. Let's take a look and see what we've got here under the hood. First off, it's the old style model. You've still got the old hood clips rather than some fancy inside release the latch. Inside you've got the 3.8 liter V6 engine. Now this engine's been around for a while and a lot of people are saying, hey, maybe it's time for a change. There's newer technology out there. This V6 kicks out about 220 horsepower and has got 237 foot-pounds of torque, which is good if you're going to get into the rough stuff. It is a little wimpish when you're trying to get out onto a freeway if you're going to be driving this much on the road. Got to keep in mind also that with this particular engine and not utilizing a lot of the new technology, your gas mileage is still at about 15 on the city, 19 on the highway. It does have a 22.5 gallon gas tank, which will give you a cruising range of about 335 miles. So, excuse me, 235 miles. So you've got room to get up into the backcountry and be able to get back out. Obviously, it's the old way. It's a heavy one. Not much has changed. There's been a few little enhancements made on the front end. Look at this front bumper area. This is designed again for towing, getting your buddy out of the rough stuff, or getting you back to where you want to go. It comes standard with the fog lights, the big tow hooks. It's got the big fender guards here on the side. Plus also, if you'll notice, they're a composite type material. So if you get some body damage and you ding it up, you're still going to be able to get it replaced and not have to replace everything on it. Folks, keep in mind, this is not a passenger car. This is designed to get off-road. So they start out with 17-inch alloy wheels. They made them up with what they call the BF Goodrich, the mud trackers. This thing has got tremendous traction. And while a little noisy going down the highway and on freeway speeds, you're going to appreciate it when you get back into the dirt. Move back here with me a little bit. Do you see how all of the doors have got hinges on them? On the outside, looks like nothing fancy. Well, part of the reason is because, hey, this is a Jeep. A lot of people in the old days and a lot of us today still like to be able to strip the vehicle down. You can take the whole roof off if you want to. Strip off the 4 doors, you're ready to have some fun. Now, not here like it is right now where it's snowing, but in the summertime, that's a good little feature. Inside is, like I said, where they have redesigned stuff. What they've done is they've basically made it more plush. Some of the Jeep fanatics are going to say, oh, well, wait a minute, you're kind of dulling it down a little bit. It's not really as rough. because what they've done is they've put in some new instrumentation, they've added some luxury factors. You've got now heated seats in the front. You've got a bunch of controls that are now on the actual steering wheel, so you can control the cruise control, all of the sound system, things like that. It doesn't bother me. That's kind of a nice extra feature to have. The only thing that concerns me is, with this thing still built for the mud and the dirt and the rough stuff, how am I going to take a hose and hose it out like I used to on my old Wranglers? Moving into the back, got a 4-door system here. You've got nice room here in the back. But again, strip it down. If you're not going to just use it for the winter months, be able to take all of this stuff out. Cargo area is basically from here back. Well, there's not a lot of cargo room traditionally with the Wrangler series. It's not as big as the Cherokee. But right now you've got about 46.4 cubic feet of storage space in the back. Now, if you lay the seats down or you take those seats out, you can actually increase your cargo capacity to about 82 cubic feet. Unique system on the back, it's still got the big old tire on the back, so it looks like, guess what, a Jeep Wrangler. Nice feature is, be able to open it up, swing this out, don't have to worry about the spare tire carrier. This just then simply lifts up, so you've got a lot of room to be able to maneuver. Now, the only thing with this new Freedom 3-part roof is that it doesn't come with a roof rack. I don't know if there's an optional one available, so keep in mind that your carrying capacity is going to be maybe somewhat limited. Slammed up, ready to go, regardless of whether it's sunshine, regardless of whether it's snowing, wherever you're going to hit it, into the snows, the mud, the dirt, or do the rock crawl. The Wrangler 2011, the Rubicon. Still rules, folks. Thanks for joining us. I'm Andy Lightbody.